Welcome back to the Daily Mastermind. George Wright III here with your daily dose of inspiration, motivation, and education. I hope you had a great weekend. I'm actually down in Las Vegas this week. I was here for the weekend, had an event, and I'm down here for the week as well. I'm going to take this opportunity to spend some time and really plan out some things for the year. But before we get going too far, I want to start with the quote of the day in the Daily Mastermind mobile app. So if you haven't downloaded that mobile app, I really recommend you do it. We have been adding some content and things to that. It's designed to really help you get your daily rituals in order and create that daily mindset, which I know we all need. It's a daily battle for sure. The quote of the day today is, done is better than perfect. Done is better than perfect. I love that one because so many of us spend too much time trying to make things perfect. I definitely have that perfectionist tendency, and action is it's just so much more important than getting it done right. So anyway, all right, now I've been down in Las Vegas. Like I said, I've been using this time to plan and create, and I do this kind of every year towards the end of the year. I take time to plan. I hope you do that as well. Plan your next year, plan where you're at, evaluate where you're doing. A life worth living is worth evaluating for sure. We're going to be launching the Mastermind, as I've mentioned in past podcasts. And I've been thinking quite a bit while I was down here. What is it that you, as a listener of the Daily Mastermind, want? What is it that you need? What is it that I could bring value for you on? My background as a CEO and as in the personal development space, the financial education space, as an entrepreneur. What is it that I can bring for you? And I certainly ask that question both as a rhetorical question, and also I ask it in order to get feedback from you. So I'd love to hear from you. Hit me up at the Daily Mastermind on Instagram or on Facebook, or just email me at george@g3worldwide.com, because I'd love to hear from you, especially as we're planning content and value for you going into the new year. Now, I know that the common topic right now is that the world is really in a state of chaos. There's a lot of changes happening. There's a lot of things evolving in the marketplace. But that doesn't mean that you need to be in a state of chaos. It doesn't mean that you cannot have a plan that you're following that creates certainty in an uncertain world. Because the bottom line is you do create your life. You have to take responsibility and you have to be proactive. And more importantly, you have to spend time. You have to spend time creating a plan and a vision for what it is that you want to accomplish in your life. And I've said that over and over, but I think this time of year is a great time to really reflect and spend some time doing that, because I encourage you to take action and to make a plan, because the longer you wait, the longer it's going to take for you to get that best version of yourself and get to the point you want to be in your life where you create the happiness, the health, wealth, the success that you're looking for. So as I've been thinking about this topic, I thought today that what I want to do this week, especially being Thanksgiving week in the United States, and I know we have listeners from all over the world, but this week on Thursday is Thanksgiving in the United States. And I think it's a great time for reflection, for gratitude, and at that time of year when you can start making some changes. So I'm developing some topics according to what I am personally doing in my life, but also what I feel we need in the marketplace, listeners in our mastermind and in our community. And it's based on questions, because as you know, I've said many times, questions are the answer. And, so I would just kind of ask you a few questions. Are you feeling stuck right now? Do you feel like you easily get stuck inside your mind or inside your life? Are you on a treadmill? Are you feeling uneasy? Do you feel any fear, scarcity, reactive type of attitude in life? Or maybe you feel like you just want to level up. Maybe you're doing really well, but you want to go to a whole nother level. Do you feel like you need some change? Do you feel like you want some positive change or just change in general? Sometimes we feel like we've got to make a change. We just feel like we need it. Or maybe you feel like you're being called to do something in your life. And do something big, do something that will create impact. The question you got to ask yourself is, are you maximizing your talents? Do you know what your talents even are, your unique abilities and passions that you can share with the world? Are you where you want to be personally, professionally, and in your life in general? These are questions I always ask myself. These are questions that you can ask yourself as well. And if any of these questions resonate with you, then it's really time for you to do something about it. It's time that you evolve your life and you create some change. Now, that might be because out of necessity, you may feel like I'm at a place where I have to make some changes. Things are not going the way I want them. Or you may feel like it's time to voluntarily make some change. But regardless, I think it's time to evolve and to create a period of time where you really evolve to the next level. I've had times in my life, multiple times in my life, where I've had to evolve into a new career, a new life situation after divorce, or with kids or without kids. In fact, I remember a particular time, I'll just digress a quick story here. I remember a particular time in business where I was just crushing it. We were doing really, really well, financial education, doing events all over the world, doing things with some of the world's thought leaders. And business really went sideways. We had a past partner that really just kind of went off the rails, and he really, it got to a point in my business where things really got bad. And I remember turning to one of my personal mentors, Robert Stuberg, who is also a partner with me in the personal development business. And I remember him saying something that really struck a chord, and it really set me up to create the Daily Mastermind and a whole bunch of other things. He said, George, you can take a couple of different perspectives right now. When something really bad happens in your life, or something that you don't like, or something that requires change, you can take two different approaches. One approach that consistently throughout history people take is a revolutionary approach. This is when you force change. And he says, what I've found over time is that when you force change, it does nothing but cause chaos. It does nothing but cause... Now, that doesn't mean that a revolution isn't at times needed. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is when you have the choice between a revolution, which causes forceful change in a situation, or an evolution. He says an evolution is a change in direction in a positive way. And it's usually one in a less forceful way. And it's one that in the end, after this change happens in your life, when you choose an evolution versus a revolution, usually at the end of that change, there's a much more positive experience and a much more evolved state of being. And so I loved this idea of evolution. It's one of the reasons why the Evolution Group and the Evolution Mastermind are going to be launching, because I believe that in order to really create the best version of yourself, in order to really unleash your true potential, and to make changes in your life in a positive way, it really takes an evolution of your mindset, your physical health, your business and profession and mastery of skills that you have. And it really takes an evolution, not a revolution. And I think with the state of the economy and the marketplace and politics and everything right now, so many people are turning to what they feel is their only option, which is revolution, which is forceful change and this real dichotomy of views and things that really make it difficult to find common ground, which, as you know, during a revolution is really difficult to do. I really want to be a proponent of an evolution, and I want to talk this week, throughout this week, I want to talk to you about how you can evolve your life, how you can evolve your mindset. I want to talk to you about the ideas of Stoicism and the benefits of Stoicism. I want to talk about your perspective and what mentally strong people do, habits of mentally strong people. I want to talk to you about a game plan where you can take your personal health, your personal fitness, your personal mindset, and even your business and create a solid 30-day plan to really set you up for success. And those are the topics I want to talk to you throughout the podcast this week. But the idea I wanted to leave you with today is this idea of creating an evolution in your life, not a revolution, not requiring massive destruction and force, but causing a positive shift, a leveling up, a new direction that's going to cause positive changes in your life. And there are so many ways that you can evolve into the best version of yourself, into the success that you're looking for in business. And we're going to talk about that throughout this week. So I hope you'll stick out with me. I want you to start from this place of gratitude. There's no better time to do that than this week, where it's a Thanksgiving holiday. And so I look forward to talking with you throughout the week, each day, for about 10 minutes, give you a little bit of daily dose of inspiration, motivation, and maybe a little education on strategies you can use in your business, in your health, and in your life. So that's my message for today. I hope you'll join me throughout the week. This is George Wright III. This has been the Daily Mastermind, and I will talk with you.